Okay, so hopefully you've already watched the other video. I've linked it in the comments about Sawyer's Nature Squared Oracle tiles. That is the purpose of this demonstration. This is to show the second board and how I have come to use it so far, as I'm still exploring it. But with this is an extra add-on to the Sawyer's Nature Squared Oracle tiles. And I guess let's just get started. So again, we have the square tiles. They are based off of Sawyer's Nature portals. They're the 52 sentient beings that are in the deck. And we have created them in square format. So they have the names on them and they're just fun. So I'm gonna put this in here. All of my bags are by Moonlit Fae. Put that there for real quick. So with this board, and feeling called to use the portals in tandem with the square tiles. So, but you don't need I would like you to have the portal deck, but if you have a round deck or a regular tarot size card, it will still fit in the middle of this. So that's why this center is so big. Fun fact, the actual portal tiles fit perfectly right here too. But so the theme of this deck, this board, excuse me, is a compass, right? We all need direction on our journey. The board was created with desire for direction and guidance. The center compass points to north, south, east, west, and then we have northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. So we're just gonna put a card in the center. And again, like I said, you could use this with tarot, you could use this with anything you need a little bit more guidance for. The purpose of the oracle tiles is to help you have a little bit more support on your journey, right? So let's see, so we have Fox, and we're gonna just put that right in the center. So now that I have Fox, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna think of what Fox means to me. I could think of all the lore around Fox. I could think about, you know, what a lot of books and things that I've learned about the energy of this creature. And for me, Fox is something that is nocturnal, you know, master of camouflage. They use their voice to set their boundaries. They're said to be tied into female energy, to the Kundalini, to all that. I'm not really into that system, so I'm not going to go into it now, but foxes are fascinating. They are always around, but rarely seen. We actually have some on our property that I get to see here and there, and I'm always really excited when they show up. So that is like the overall energy. I could be like looking at where I have my boundaries, you know. So then what's really cool is now we're going to, like, you could use all the spaces or you could just go to the different directions. And this also, again, comes with the PDF. You can print it out if you want. I've printed it out for the purpose of this demo, but I do a lot of digital journaling. So on here, I have how you might use these spaces, and then I have the directionals with a few suggested properties of those directions. So we have north, and we could look at that as like the earth element, east is air, south is fire, west is water. You know, so when you put these creatures in these spaces, kind of keep that in mind, you know, or what do the directions mean to you? So let's just place the 4 directions first. And you can place them in any order that you want. I personally, aesthetic-wise, like them. I like to go north, south, east, west. That's just how I do it, but you can do it however you want. On this one, the direction of the animal doesn't necessarily matter, but you can do that. I like to keep things upright. So now, when you have the card with these 4 tiles, you could look at like the north creature, the earth. You could look at it in a position of eagle being your compass, your true north. Like, what is eagle trying to tell you about your boundaries? Like, maybe you need to rise above them. Maybe you need to take whatever situation that you're facing to where you're most comfortable in order to really resolve it. The east, to me, talks about spring and newness, and the crow showing up there, you know, like what is that animal or creature or bird or have to do with those directions. So that's how I look at this. Like if this was a tarot card, it could be telling you different messages, you know. So the whole purpose of a playful creative divination practice is to engage all your senses, you know, like just by putting like the sound down, the smell of the tiles, the board, the visual that you get from these repeated patterns. For me though, with these animals and all working in tandem, they could be your guide, you know, like for your future. Crow shows up, like when you look at this, like this could be past, this could be future, this could be what's above, this is what's below, you know, like there's so many ways to read a compass. This is to help you get a little bit more direction. Now with these spaces, I like to put them together. So this is northeast, and these two together is southeast, and then we've got southwest and northwest. So then I look at it like, okay, we've got hummingbird and whale. So northeast, like how, okay, first, when you see those two together, there's gonna be keywords that come in. You're gonna be thinking of like, okay, the animal messages or whatever that come through when you see these. So I initially think joy and wisdom, right? So your northeast direction is joyful and full of wisdom. But then if you like pan out and you go, okay, well, a hummingbird and a whale are never gonna meet in real life, you know, so you have some conflicting energies. You've got some air and water going on there, you know. Is it steamy? What's going on? Like, so that's how you can take these and really dive deeper. It's a journaling process. You know, whenever working with any of these systems, I always suggest either record it out loud and just talk it through. So when you listen back, you're like, wow, I never thought of it that way. Or did I actually say that? If you're journaling in a, you know, a regular journal, allow the words to just come through. Don't question it, you know. If you're doing digital journaling, you know, again, like just keep going back to it. Like that's what this is. It's supposed to be a playful practice where you get to keep jumping in this pool, right? So now that we have our compass rose, and this could be like once a month, this could be a weekly thing, a daily thing. Hey, I'm not going to dictate to you how you do your practice. This is just something that I'm like, oh, I feel like getting playful. I need a little bit more direction. I'm going to go to my compass rose and play with my portals and, you know, see what comes through, see what the natural world messages might have for me. So then we have these two pillars. They can become, you know, a pillar of animal energies. I'm using animal as an all-encompassing term for everything that's in the deck. I understand that there's aquatic beings, you know, aviary, we have insect world, like the kingdom that is non-human. So these are going to be non-human energies. So when I look at them, I look at them as like pillars, boundary posts. So you could use all 6 spaces, or you could, maybe you're only called to use 3, you know, however you want to do it. And you can put these upright, or you can just let them lay how they're going to lay. Okay, so now that we have those up there, I like to use them as boundary markers, pillars of things to help me keep contained on my journey. This could be my past boundary post, and this could be future. So when I'm looking at these energies of these cards, I might look at them as just quick keywords, but these are all things that I've already experienced. All the positive and negative traits of each one of these sentient beings I have in my toolbox. So like I could look at cardinal and I could see, okay, connection to my ancestor, but I could also see them as, you know, showing up in the partnerships that they have, they generally mate for life, you know. So I look at that and I think, okay, ancestry and relationships, raccoon, like it could be quick keywords, but these are all traits that I already have on this journey. And then these on the right side can be things that I need to be aware of for whatever's coming through my path, coming down my path as I'm doing this journey with this compass. And when I look at that, I think about, okay, well, what could I learn from each of these animals? Combined, what kind of, you know, what would they be woven into a tapestry? What would they have for me? And looking at them, I could say, okay, green heron's gonna tell me about some tools. You know, horse is talking about the just sheer strength that I already have. Turtle is like carrying home on the back. You know, like the quick, like just do a quick little study of each one, and they're like a guidepost. You know, like so that whatever you're facing, you're not going at it unprepared. So that's kind of how I look at using these. It seems like a lot, and I know it's a lot, but with time, you're gonna figure out what system works best for you. So this board is available by itself. You don't even have to get the tiles. Maybe you're watching me play with this and say, oh my gosh, it would be great for crystal gridding or runes or whatever. It's still in the Nature Square listing, but you can get it separately. However, you can also get it bundled, and whenever you get any of the bundles, it's there's a big savings of almost half. So if you wanted to do the full bundle, it would come with the tiles, the compass board, the portal deck, and the Terra Tableau. All Bags by Moonlit Fae are separate. You'll have to go visit her website. Again, all links are going to be in the comments. If you want just the square tiles and the Terra Tableau and this board, that's an option, or you can get it, you know, like I said, as the whole thing. Again, this is just how I've been exploring this board. However it shows up to you might be completely different. There's no rules to this practice. I can only show you suggestions. How you choose to use them is going to be entirely unique to you. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you. And if you have any comments, just let me know in the comments. Bye.